What we've already known that we're just nothing. It's okay if the woman dies, just as long as.
The ignorance of Mike and people like him is absolutely horrible. The most important person in the pregnancy is the woman. Babies can be replaced, the woman cannot. The woman is the most important part of the pregnancy. She is the bringer of life. Life emanates from women. Any man that feels like that should be ashamed of themselves. No one is replaceable at all. My ex mother in law was pregnant 3 times in her life, in 1969, 1971, and 1974. One of those ended in a pregnancy that survived. The other two ended in stillborn male children. She carries a disease called Tay Sachs. Ex-wife Stacy carries the same disease, as does my daughter. When we found out we were pregnant in 1998, we had an amnio done in the 9th week of pregnancy because I did not want, and neither did Stacy, to go through a pregnancy where the end result was a dead child. It has unbelievable and horrible effects on a woman's psyche to lose a child, especially if they're pregnant. They don't get to meet the child, and the baby comes out, and the baby's dead. It messed up Gloria horribly. And men like this are the ones that you should be avoiding, ladies. We're not all like that. Unfortunately, way too many of us are. Men, we should be doing better. Raising a daughter, I was already enlightened and as liberal. Fundamentally changed my perspective on women. But too many men are unaware of simple things like how birth control works, how pregnancy occurs, what's an ectopic pregnancy, why birth control is important. These are the same morons who are going to try and get away with banning birth control or mifepristone. There's a reason that the 4B movement has gained hold in Korea. Misogynistic men like Mike have caused women to say, you know what, I'd rather be alone than deal with that. And I understand it. Men, there's going to be a divide between men that are accommodating to women and men that are not. And the men that are not are going to find themselves single. It's not complicated. Most women want to be treated the way they should be treated, which is as an equal in our society. And we have an entire political party and a group of religious zealots that are trying to eradicate rights from 50% of the voting population because they have a vagina. That's not acceptable. We need to make sure that we send a message to the Republican Party, and then, because of that, to these misogynistic men. Women aren't going to date you. They don't have to. You have two choices. You can either adapt, or as my good friend in Texas says, you could stay home and play Xbox, but a woman won't touch you. It's not difficult to be a decent person. Let's try. Please remember to vote true and vote blue. And please make sure, women, to tell other women about people like Michael so no one else has to deal with that level of misogyny. Repugnant people. There's way too many.